All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our call with offensive lineman Eric Wilson. Since we only have three media members on this call so far, we'll just go one at a time until we get some more people in. We'll start with Joe Giuliano.
Thanks, Paul. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you, Joe?
Fine, thank you. I just wonder now, 9 games into the season, I know we talked to you, I guess, when it was 3 games into the season. What's been your progression as far as your own play and sinking in with the offensive line?
I just think comfort's a big thing with transitioning in any time, and specifically with offensive line play. Figuring out how you gel with the guys in a game situation is huge. I think it allows us to play better and communicate better, pass off twists, things like that. So I think that progression has been really fun to see for myself and as an offensive line. And then personally, I feel like I'm able to think faster on the field and recognize things that we go over in practice, but then at the game speed, recognize it in real time.
Max Ralph.
Hey, Eric, thanks for your time. I'm just wondering if, in your college career, moving into the Big Ten, have you seen a pair of defensive linemen like David Ojabo and Aiden Hutchinson before? And what kind of challenge are they going to present to you this week?
Never seen a duo like that. They're obviously great players. They've put up some great numbers this year, and it presents a challenge to me and the rest of the offensive line as a unit to communicate, be thorough in where we know, be thorough in understanding where they are on the field, where their defensive line is on the field, understanding what front they're in, and just being really clear in our communication about what we're going to be doing before each play.
Andrew Justin.
Thanks so much for your time, Eric. Question, I guess, about with the running game versus the passing game with you guys in the offensive line in particular. It's been a narrative all year. The struggles rushing the ball versus kind of the success passing it. For you guys in the offensive line, why do you think, pass protection has maybe come a little bit easier this year?
There's not a specific thing you can use to pinpoint it as an offensive lineman. We just know that we want to be more physical each and every week and be communicating better each and every week in practice, so that in the games our communication's on point and that we have exactly the details of what we're going to be doing each play before we do the play, so we can get the best outcome possible.
Joe Giuliano.
Eric, is there a sense of frustration week to week? There are times during a game that the running backs are hitting the hole and the offensive line are sustaining their blocks, and other times where it's not happening. Is that is the consistency kind of a sense of frustration for you guys and you personally?
We want to run the ball, so anytime it's not going well, we take it upon ourselves as an offensive line, and I definitely take it upon myself as an offensive lineman that we need to do a better job, and we know that each and every week, and we know that going into Saturday, it's a big opportunity for us to prove that.
Max Ralph.
Eric, obviously, we've all talked a lot about Jahan lately, but you coming in as a transfer this season, what have you seen from him? How has he impressed you, just kind of being like a rock on that offense, and you with a new perspective, not being here with him for a couple of years?
Yeah, I came in the summer, obviously in summer workouts, and it was just impressive to see the speed and effort that he put in. And then also it was fun to see how awesome of a teammate he is. It's really great coming in, from the outside, you may not know like how nice are these superstars like on a personable level. And he's just an awesome guy. And I feel like he's grown, like not grown on me, but like our relationship's gotten better as I've gotten to know him, and it's just awesome to be around a guy that good at football, and then to see it just go on display for the rest of the world is pretty crazy. When you look at your phone, you're scrolling through, and all these accounts are posting what he's doing. You're like, wow, this guy's really, really that good. It's special.
Andrew Justin.
Eric, to continue with the Jahan questions, I know, shocker, but kind of given, guys you've been around with, whether it's high school level, back at Harvard, and now here at Penn State, where does Jahan kind of rank in terms of, overall athletes, overall football players you've played with? Where does he kind of rank there?
I just think his dedication to everything about football combined with elite athleticism, obviously just makes him number one for me in terms of guys I've played with on the field. It's just, the ball is in the air going to him, and there might be a few defenders around it. And the O-line's running up to the spot because we know John's going to come down with it. And we're always expecting him to make the play. And then he never lets us down. So it's pretty awesome to have a guy like that on our side of the ball.
Andrew Lee Penwell.
With the Michigan matchup, coming off of kind of the momentum shifting win with Maryland, you guys haven't lost, excluding last year, Penn State hasn't lost back-to-back games in like 5 years, or more than 2 games in like 5 years. What did that Maryland win mean heading into, a traditional big rivalry game like Michigan?
Well, at the time, we were just thinking about being 1-0. I'm sure you know the narrative, but that's really true. We weren't thinking about this week. Last week, we were thinking about Maryland and what we can do. And after coming out and only being up 7-6 at halftime, we were focused on that second half. And so then putting up points in that second half was huge, and just rallying together. And then after that, it quickly turned to like, how can we be 1-0 against Michigan after we go over our mistakes and our corrections from Maryland week? What can we do to better ourselves and put ourselves in a better position to come out fast this Saturday?
Joe Giuliano.
Just curious, Eric, you're occupied obviously with pass protection when Sean and Jahan are working a combination. What were you able to see last week, especially on that 86-yard run? Were you like down and then heard the crowd roar, or what was that like, the sequence there?
So the ball went away. My defender kind of turned around, and then I started jogging after it. And Jahan had the ball, and I really thought that he was going to get caught. So we were running up to the ball, ready to get spotted for our next play. And I guess I didn't give him enough credit, because then when I looked at the tape, he wasn't even close to getting caught. I just saw the guy dive after him. So no, you just see the back of number 5, and that's it. 6 points.
Max Ralph.
Yeah, Eric, I'm just curious, when it feels like you put a couple of nice runs together, it's, there were a couple of drives this weekend when Noah or Kevon had a couple of nice runs strung together. But if you guys go away from the run right after that, does that bother you at all? I mean, I know the offensive line is always itching to run the football, but what kind of goes through your head when it feels like you put a couple of good ones together and then you abandon it for a little bit?
I have complete faith in Coach Yursich's offense. He's just known to be a guy that puts up points. I'm not thinking about the play call or anything like that. Just thinking about, all right, what are we doing next? Look to the sideline, get the signal, get down, and let's go score some points. And love running the ball, but also love seeing number 5 catch the ball. So it's not something I worry about. That's definitely a question for Coach Yursich and his play calling. But I have complete faith in Coach Yursich whenever we get a play call.
Time for 2 more. Andrew Justin.
I'm curious, Eric, because this offense with Coach Yursich, you talked about having that confidence in it, and not questioning that or anything, but just curious how, with the rushing game, how it's kind of struggled. One point of emphasis for that offense has been turning to those wide receiver screens and kind of using it as like a supplement to running the ball. Have you ever been part of an offense like that before? And what's that kind of like from a blocking standpoint? Because the ball's coming out quick. I wonder what's kind of the approach for the O-line on those types of plays.
I think in my time at Harvard, I was a part of offenses with RPO action. So we're running a play and we're blocking like we're running the ball. And we turn around and find out that the receiver got a 7-yard screen. So in my time in the past, I've thought of that before as like, all right, 7 yards, 7 yards. I'm not thinking that, oh, we threw it instead of we ran it on that play. I'm thinking we got 7 yards.
Andrew Lee Penwell.
Continuing with the questions about Yursich's offense, what makes it special, and how does it differ from other systems that you've played in the past?
I think what makes it special is, that he came in, and obviously I got to know him a semester after everyone else, after spring ball. But when I got here, everyone was 100% committed to it. I don't know if I've ever seen a team so committed to what a coach wants to do. And then he's always got wrinkles. That's his big thing. He's got wrinkles left and right. He's not afraid to throw any new change of pace in there to give the defense a funky look. I think it's pretty fun playing in that type of offense. I feel like we're pretty unpredictable.
Time for one more. Joe Giuliano.
Eric, you've managed to play now with Sean Clifford for 9 games. What most impresses you about Sean and how he leads the team?
I think exactly that, his leadership and his confidence. Because a quarterback has leadership and confidence, the other players on the offense have confidence in him. I never second guess anything that I hear from Sean. I haven't heard any other player second guess anything they hear from Sean. I don't know. I can't think of a time. I've been on other teams where people are upset when the quarterback throws an interception because like, come on. That's not the way it happens here. We have complete faith in Sean, and even when that does happen, we know that's, he's making the reads that are very difficult to make. Playing quarterback in an offense that's complicated because your isn't easy. I think it's pretty awesome playing with a quarterback that can handle it as well, Sean.